46 years, was it all a lie? I had two sets of moms and two sets of dads, losing my mom and dad before I got to meet them. It's scary. My name is Riana van der Berg. I was 45 when I found out my dad passed, and a year later I found out I was adopted. We settled his estate and everything else, and the girl that used to work for my dad told me that she just wanted to know why she hears that I'm not blood of their blood, what is the problem? So I contacted my dad's elder sisters and I asked them, and they said, it's correct, I am adopted. Dad and I was extremely close. His birthday is the 21st of April and mine is the 23rd. So I was spoiled by him a lot. He was a most amazing man. My adoptive and my biological parents didn't know each other at all. My mom, her brother-in-law, his wife was a midwife. And those days, if you get pregnant, it was like a scandal. So you get put in a home, and that my mom went to her to basically have the baby. And my parents, they couldn't have kids at that stage, and they asked them if they wanted to adopt me, and that's how I got to them, through the church and family, basically. I originally went up on Waar in die Wêreld, and I asked them how to go about finding them. And because even my unabridged birth certificate gives my mom and dad's name. So one of the ladies on the group came and sent me a message and said to me, well, she found a divorce application that was filed for my biological mom when she was 29, but they never got divorced, but I can apply for it. So they sent me the archives of this letter which said that I had a brother and sister which were 2 years and 2 years younger than me. There was only one on Facebook, and I sent him a message in November. I found out towards the end of June that I was adopted, and that to get all the documentation took a while, and I didn't hear anything back. It's difficult when you get the news and suddenly your whole world, I mean, for 46 years, my world was my parents and my brother and everybody, and suddenly there's a whole new side to it. It's scary. And I came back from Mali in West Africa. We moved to Katu for 2 years. And on the way there, I said to my husband, you know, it's April. If God wants me to meet them, then I'll find them. And I left it at that. And 2 weeks before my birthday in April, I got a message from my brother that said, yes, this is my mom. You're the long-lost sister that we've always been waiting for. My biological family, I found them. I've got a brother in Cape Town and a sister in Ballito. My sister came on leave from West Africa, and we decided to go to Beach Bums. It's a restaurant on the coast. It was very emotional because we're very similar. So it was happy emotional. And her and her husband and kids have been a big part of our lives. No, I don't think it was the right way that it was given to me. All kids from young should know, because it's just difficult, because my brother and my biological brother grew up in the same school, same year. Adoptive parents, I think they knew. What I understood, they had contact with me till I was about 3-4 years old, but not after that. My biological side I'm very close with as well. They've accepted me as one of their own, like there was no time difference or anything. I've only got a brother that I grew up with, and he was my parents' biological child. My mom fell pregnant when I was about a year old. We were always very close. My parents never made a difference between us. I didn't lose a parent. I had 2 sets of moms and 2 sets of dads that loved me. My brother and I get along very well. He will fight for me. We've got a very, very good relationship. On my birth certificate, I'm registered as Michelle Cook. When I was 2 years old, my parents changed it to Anna Maria, which were basically all the women, the eldest ones in the family's daughters were the same name. My biological mom said that she wants my mom, that's the only condition, I must be called Riana. I've got no idea. My biological dad passed away in his early 40s. And my mom passed away before my dad passed away. So I will probably never know. They all knew my mom, I was there, so I was their sister, but they didn't know where I was. When they found out about me, my dad already passed away. My biological mom and dad passed away, so before I got to meet them. So everybody knew that I was adopted, but nobody knew that my dad was actually my dad. Towards last year, my cousin's aunt, that was my mom's birth woman, was like midwife, it's her cousin, it's her aunt. Her and my other two cousins, my mom's eldest sister's daughters, they were talking, and she said, maybe I should phone my cousin and he might know who Riana's dad is. We're not half brother and sister, we're full brother and sister. It affects you in a way that when you just found out, you always ask why it happened in the first place. You feel like you've missed out a lot, but then on the other hand, I had such an amazing childhood. I literally had to tell myself that it doesn't matter. If they recognize me, then all good. If they don't, I'll have to deal with it. And it was my choice. My husband was scared too, that I would get hurt, but mine was luckily a good ending. But yes, I think being adopted can turn out different. And also I was very crafty in some stuff. I could do a lot of stuff that I couldn't understand, but my family is not. So when I found my biological family and found out that my mom loved doing what I do, like restore furniture and stuff like that, and she used to crochet, it makes sense. Although I didn't grow up with them, the genetics is there. It's quite a strange feeling. I know I belonged with my adoptive parents, definitely. I mean, I wouldn't have changed it. But suddenly you feel like you're part of who you are. I've always been very close with my sons and my grandchildren and my husband, so it's still the same. I just got an extra family on, basically. My children were very happy, and I've got a very supportive family. It didn't make a difference to us as a family. They loved the fact that I had brothers and sisters, and everybody was phoning me and chatting. It was so nice. Okay, the most difficult thing for me was losing my mom and dad. Sad that I couldn't get to know my biological mom and dad. My sister and my brother tells me stories, and I know my youngest son and my dad is like literally, he's a younger version of my biological dad. I'm most grateful for a loving sister and a loving brother. We're a very close family. And from the beginning, from the time that I met her, I didn't feel like we were strangers. It felt like we knew each other, which were quite nice. Not thinking that your early life was just a story, that it didn't mean anything. That's the most difficult. It's like, was it all a lie? That's the question that you keep on asking yourself. I'm blessed. I had 2 super families and they all wanted me. So yes, I don't regret anything. My adoptive parents, I would say thank you so much for always standing by me, for always believing in me, and for loving me like their own and not making any difference. My biological parents, I don't know too much, so I would have loved to meet them, to just have a little bit more history, if you want to call that. I just can say that my adoptive parents were awesome. You've got to have your mind correct to know that no matter whether you find your biological side, that doesn't define you as a person. They won't make you change. It's only you. So whether it's your adoptive or your biological parents, just make peace with yourself first before you start looking. Make sure that you will be able to, if it's rejection, that you will be able to deal with it, that you will have a support system that will carry you through it.